Well, it's taken its sweet time, but spring has finally arrived and my grass is finally starting to grow, which means it's time to take a look at another robot lawnmower from Mammotion. Last year I did a review of their LUBA, which all-wheel drive, which I thoroughly loved. It became my exclusive lawn mowing device for last year, and as the year went and I learned how to use it, it just kept getting better and better. So I'm excited to take a look at their YUKA series this year, and so we're going today to jump in, get things unboxed, and start the process. Let's dive in. The setup process is largely a matter of taking it out of the box and setting up the reference station and charging station. And so this is where the mower will go to dock and charge itself, and the reference station is what allows it to communicate across all of your property, and so that you have constant communication even if you're on a remote site. And so as you can see, that process is pretty quick and straightforward. Now, to be fair, this is not the first time that I've done it, so I kind of know Mammotion's process. However, I do think that they have expedited the process even relative to the LUBA that I reviewed last year. There was no final assembly to be done on the mower itself, meaning that basically all I was doing was setting up the reference station and the garage, this upper garage being an optional accessory for it. But the base station, that was basically all that I was setting up. After that, it's just a matter of connecting through the app. I went ahead and ran a couple of firmware updates, one for the reference station, one for the mower itself. And now all I've got to do is map out the space that I want it to mow. So let's jump in and do that. Mammotion has a new auto mapping feature, and as you can see, it was trying to find the edges. The problem is that my yard is really complex with multiple tiers, different zones that are not even directly connected and need paths connecting them. It's just too complex an operation to be done through the auto mapping, and so I had to do the typical manual setup, which is really quite easy to do once you learn how. You basically just manually drive the mower around the perimeter of the edges that you want to define, and then you can add different things like no cut zones around trees or planters. You can add pathways, as I've had to do, to connect different zones to each other. And as we'll see in just a moment, there's even more things that you can add with the sweeper unit. So I'm going to experiment with another aspect of the YUKA design that is different from the LUBA that I reviewed last year, and that is that you can add a sweeper/bag attachment and then even program it to dump. And so that's going to be particularly useful, I think, during the season where you have leaves. That's not the case right now, but what I do have, unfortunately, is some weeds. And so I'm going to spend a little time. I'm going to be popping up some of these weeds and pulling them. And rather than trying to collect them into a bucket or something, I'm just going to eject them out on the ground everywhere I go. And then I'm going to use that YUBA attachment and see if it will come around and sweep those up and dump them in a preordained spot. Let's see if it works. All right, here's the mess we have got before we run the sweeper. Now, unlike the assembly of the mower itself, this did take a little bit of work, and that included checking for an additional battery, which comes with the sweeper kit, which I didn't need. It was already installed, but it's nice to have a backup battery. Then assembling the bag assembly, the sweeper itself, attaching it to the mower, and one last thing is there's a counterweight that goes at the top to help it. Okay, that process took a little bit more work than what it did in terms of the initial setup. However, I think I've got everything done correctly now, and I noticed that when I went into the app, it opened up two extra options in there. One of those was sweep, and the other was dump. And so now I'm going to work to try to program it to include sweeping as a part of the process, and then to program a dump spot. We'll see how intuitive that process is. Let's dive in. You have the option to either program it to just sweep or to mow and sweep. You're going to want to establish a few extra settings and then also make sure to designate your dump zone. And then you basically just stand back and let it do its thing. Really a pretty impressive job here. There's maybe three little clumps that I have found that I pulled out, so overall really impressive. And so I've been using the YUKA 3000 for about 3 weeks at this point, using it exclusively for cutting my lawn. Now, as you've already seen, my lawn is really complex, and so that kind of plays into my opinion of a robot lawnmower, because if it doesn't work efficiently, kind of with that automating that I'm looking for, well, it kind of defeats the point. And so I've evaluated how well it does throughout this time. So let me give you, after real world use, it's running behind me right now, let me talk to you about what I like and what I don't like about it, and how it compares in some ways to the LUBA all-wheel drive that I reviewed last year. So as far as things that I like, as you have seen, the sweeper and the automatic dumping, when it works impressively well. I believe that this, at least to this point from what I've seen, is a technology that only Mammotion has developed. And so it's really cool that you do have that capability, that flexibility of being able to clean your lawn, particularly if you have the kind of lawn where a lot of leaves fall onto it or junk gets on it. The ability to not just trim the grass, but be able to have it cleaned up and that to be dumped elsewhere. That's really cool. And in certain applications, the right applications, which I'll get to in just a second, I think it works pretty fantastic. I also, what I really like about the Mammotion app, and like any kind of new app, it takes a little while for you to kind of learn how to make it work the best way. And so I found that last year I did my review of the LUBA, but then I progressively used it throughout the remainder of the year. And the more I learned about the app and where I could tweak it to do exactly where what I wanted, it became truly effortless, to where the mower was just fully automated and did everything that I wanted. And so their app has a great deal of complexity, but there is a little bit of a learning curve. But once you learn how to use it, it really is useful. I also find that with these robot lawnmowers in general, but it certainly was true with the YUKA, is that particularly early in the season, as we are right now, I'm fighting the battle against weeds. And so being able to have your grass trimmed often, and thus you can set it at maybe a little bit of a higher height, kind of what's the optimal height, and maybe cut it every few days, no skin off your back, right? And so by doing that, you're actually helping to fight against weeds, and so that you get a healthier lawn. Not that my lawn is always a great reflection of that. I have terrible soil here. However, you know, after a while, I start looking at my lawn and saying, hey, that looks pretty fantastic. And so it certainly does help with dealing with weeds as well. One advantage of the YUKA as opposed to the LUBA all-wheel drive, the LUBA all-wheel drive has amazing grip. It's got those very knobby tires. However, because it's all-wheel drive, it turns a little bit more in a clunky fashion. The YUKA has only 3 wheels, and so because of that, though, however, it's able to turn a little tighter way, and also it doesn't tear up the ground as a part of doing that. Now, the downside is it doesn't have nearly as much grip as the LUBA does, but if your concern is you don't like the potential damage to your lawn, well, it does a pretty good job of that. I appreciate the fact with the YUKA that it actually charges from the front, and it makes sense that it needs to charge from the front when you consider the fact that you could have the sweeper and bag attachment put onto it, and so it couldn't back into charge like the LUBA does. And so but I also just find that it's able to just kind of do it in a more direct fashion. It just pulls in, you know, it starts a charging process. It doesn't have to do like the mini point turn to back in, and so I just found it to be a little bit more efficient than what I found with the LUBA overall. It is very quiet in operation. Now, I will say that when you have the sweeper attached, the sweeper actually makes more noise than what the mower itself does. But by itself, it is so quiet that you could run it any time of the day and not disturb anyone, yourself or the neighbors. And so it's very good. And even with the sweeper attachment on, it's still really quiet compared to an ordinary lawnmower. I also appreciate the fact that you end up with mathematically perfect lines, and it kind of blows people's minds when they come and they see my lawn. It's like, well, how do you get your lines so straight? Well, it's like, well, I'm probably not capable of getting my lines that straight, but these are mathematically perfect. It will do the same thing every time, and the longer it goes and the more that those lines get grooved in, the more fantastic it looks. And so I do really appreciate that mathematical precision that comes from that. I love the fact that the whole recharging process, and in this case, really the whole process is automated. And so you don't have to worry about, when it gets low on battery, it'll go and it'll charge itself. It'll go back and finish the job. You don't really, once you have everything set up, it just works. You have it scheduled, it just does what you need to do, and you really can be very hands-off in the whole process, which is kind of the point. I do finally appreciate the fact that I have really found with Mammotion that their products, they're really great with firmware updates. And the firmware updates are not just fixing bugs, but rather they're adding new features, they're making the app more user-friendly, they're giving you more finite control. They just really follow up on their products and continue to maintain them. I find that to be very, very impressive. So all that's great. What about some things that I don't like? Well, I find relative, particularly to the LUBA that I reviewed last year, again, it's all-wheel drive and it has much grippier tires, I find that the YUKA is far more likely to get stuck than what the LUBA does. Now, there's only one spot that I finally had to program out to avoid, because there was this place that it would sometimes get stuck, kind of going down a bit of a slope, and the ground, there's not as much grass there, so it would get softer and it would spin out there. But in that situation, I have no doubt that the LUBA would have done just fine, because it's all-wheel drive. And once I attach the actually sweeper unit on there, the sweeper unit is designed to where it's obviously going to stick down and it's going to spin. But even when it's raised up, there are times if the ground is uneven, and unfortunately I've got a fair bit of that around here, where it'll kind of sense that it's not getting full traction, and it's quick to say that the robot's stuck. And it's not always actually stuck. I can come up and times just manually drive it out without even touching the unit. But once you put that sweeper on there, I do find that you're more prone to run into issues in general. And so you need to make sure you've got enough room, for example, where you're dumping. Like right now it's over there dumping. And I've had to play with the dumping spots to make sure that there's sufficient, clearage around it for it to go in and do its thing and dump and not get messed up in that process. The other thing is that you'll see video footage of these in operation, and they'll look like pristine as they're going along. You put that sweeper on there, and particularly the rear of the unit and the bag, all of that, it's going to get dirty and really dirty. And so just so you know, if you're expecting this robot to go around looking pristine all the time, it's not going to happen. And that is like, it quadruples in terms of that being true if you have that sweeper attached to it, because it's literally picking up dirt and junk off the lawn, and it's throwing it back into that bag, so it creates dust in the process. So just be aware of that. So what's my conclusion on this? As far as the pricing, the LUBA 2 all-wheel drive that I reviewed last year, it's expensive. It retails for around $3,500. The YUKA 3000 is considerably less expensive. You can get it for right under or right around $2,000 US. However, that is coming without the sweeper attachment. And if you're kind of buying into the YUKA because you love the idea of that sweeper attachment and it automatically dumping, you're going to need to plan on spending probably an additional $650 is what it seems to be in the kit. The final pricing, seems to be finalized from what I can tell, but you're going to be looking at probably in the $2,600 range if you want it with the sweeper attached. But even so, you're still talking about $1,000 savings compared to the YUKA. And so my conclusion is that if you have a flat lawn where you don't really need all-wheel drive, I think that the YUKA, it mows in a very similar fashion. And you have that potential killer feature in terms of the sweeper that you really can't get on the LUBA. And so if you have a fairly uncomplicated lawn that is relatively flat, I would say go with the YUKA. If you have a more complex lawn, as I do, the LUBA did fine on all of these things if I didn't have the sweeper attached. It did get stuck more than what I would like with the sweeper attached. And so I would say for my lawn being more complicated and frankly having places where things can get stuck because there is some dirt and not grass that it can grip as well, I would say that I'm probably better served with the LUBA myself. But your mileage may vary, and hopefully this review gives you a clearer picture of which one is going to work better for you. I will say that Mammotion seems to be kind of killing it as far as the overall technology here and designing products that just really work well. I was a little bit skeptical when I went into my initial review, and even in the early process with the LUBA last year, before I kind of learned how to maximize its potential, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but you know, not amazing. Once I got everything kind of tweaked properly, I was just amazed by how good it was. So much so that I actually sold my lawn tractor last fall. It's like, when am I ever going to use this again? So I think that's about as good as endorsement as I can get. You want more information? You can check out the linkage in the description down below. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and let the light in.